Alright, what up, guys? Week 2, I guess. So, I think there were some issues with the coordinator Thursday night, so I think some series ended up getting scuffed. I could only find one game for 2 of the series, so we'll just rely on the website and the Discord for those series. But otherwise, we'll do the same thing as last week, just go through and show everyone the clips. I'll go over the games real quick. First series, we got my series again. I think it's just because we take the longest during these things. So I think that's why we end up being the first series to go over. But regardless, the first game, InstiGators went with Undying, Drow Ranger, Sand Cane, Pango, and a Ricky. Ricky 5, mid Pango. Patency Rejects went with a Willow, Death Prophet, a Medusa, a Treant Protector, and an OD. My initial reactions are Patency Rejects is a little bit too greedy. All 3 of their cores need to farm, so you don't really have great space creators unless the Death Prophet and OD get off to really good starts. InstiGators, I think, have a little bit trouble initiating. Also, I think they don't really have a great tank to get going on, so kind of a toss-up. I'll probably just go with our draft here, just because I like the way our draft is. I think it definitely has some holes, but I think overall I like the way our draft looks.
Drow Ranger chunking the Death Prophet now. However, the Astral Imprisonment, Drow Ranger in a lot of danger, gets stunned up. Sand King stun comes out onto the Dusa. Is it going to be enough? Overgrowth onto 5. Will it be enough? Drow Ranger turning around doing damage, but this is going to be enough. It just doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it is. She gets broken. She gets his arm to kill off the Medusa. Now, Sand King stunning forward. He's going to look for more. He finds the OD stunned up, but now Invis, OD throws out the Sand. These clips is not enough. No buyback on 2. Are they going to be able to find this? No way! Drow Ranger damage ultra kill. Oh no!
Game 2, Patency Rejects went with the Marana. I think it's a 4-position Marana, 5 Snapfire, Carry, Lena, offlane Doom, and mid Bounty Hunter. And InstiGators went with Jakiro. They had the Medusa this time, a Sand Cane, a Windrunner, and a Vengeful Spirit. So, let's see. I think InstiGators had the same issue. It's just not tanky enough. And just based off of my memory of the game, I felt like Patency Rejects' draft was better. This Doom had a really, really good game. I wish I had gone with a Oracle instead of a Vengeful Spirit. I think that would have been really, really good this game. I last picked Avenge. So I think I like Patency Rejects a little bit better. I think they just snowball really well. You can come out on top. If it goes late game, then sure, I like the InstiGators draft, but I think overall I like the Patency Rejects draft better here.
Doom comes out, blink Doom onto the Medusa. She's in a lot of trouble. Refreshes, blink in. They get the stun onto the 2 from the Sand Kings. I don't think it matters. Doom in the background causing havoc. They get the Aegis. Medusa not dead yet. Will she live? No, she absolutely will not. But she will get a kill. That was Lena. I'm sorry, Wind Ranger, not Dusa. Dusa does live. They get the kill onto the Doom. 3 for 1. In some trouble, but they catch the Lena with the Ice Path and the Shackle Shot, but they don't have detection. Dust comes out too late. They get the detection, but it's not going to be enough. Now, if Wind Ranger goes in, she gets a good enough blade. Are they going to be able to kill all this? Pesky Lena, no, she has a 6 damage, she heals up, she's so close, no! They get the kill onto everybody! It's going to be all 5 dead.
Alright, the series was honestly pretty great. Game 1, I think Patency Rejects got out to a really good lead. They played really, really well. We kind of turtled and took a few good fights. I honestly think we got pretty lucky and ended up throning them at the end, so it was a really close finish. They killed the Drow and we had a Sand Cane and Pango attacking the Ancient to try to kill it, so it was a really cool ending. And then game 2, I think Patency Rejects just low-key kind of outclassed us. I think Patency are really good. And here's where my bias comes in. I always think back on this game and I'm like, if I just played a different hero, maybe I could have done something better. Like if I played an Oracle, I think I can purge off the track. I can save people from all the magic damage. I just the Venge save wasn't as good as an Oracle save that game, so I guess hindsight 2020, and people I've talked to have said the Venge seemed fine, especially with the stuns from the Shard. I just felt less powerful. So I'm glad we snuck a game out of them. But overall, this series is really good. I don't want to give my team series of the week 2 weeks in a row, so I'll probably give it to someone else. But this series was really intense. I think game 1 is probably the best game of the week. Maybe not the series, because game 2 I don't think InstiGators looked all that well, but I think this was a really good game. All right, our second series, we got DTD versus the Dingos. Yeah, I was pretty excited for this series. So let's see. Game 1, the Dingos went with a Carolina, Centaur, Offlane, Undying, Dragon Knight, and Marana. I think this is pretty well rounded draft. I think Carolina is pretty strong right now. DTD went with a Necro, a Spectre, an Oracle, an Underlord, and a Rubik. Okay, this is pretty interesting too. I think you're lacking a little bit on your initiation. Your Underlord and your Necro kind of do the same thing. But overall, I think that's a pretty solid draft. Dingos, I think, are just more well-rounded. You got initiation from the Centaur. You got a backline hitter. You got, I guess, 3 tanky boys, really. And then Marana likes to sit out of the fights. I think maybe, again, you're lacking a little bit on your initiation. And the Spectre's actually pretty good against the Lena. I think these drafts are pretty close. I think I lean a little bit towards the Dingos. But I think these drafts are pretty even. There's a base race. Everyone's going to blow all their abilities here. Centaur ulti, Marana ulti, Tombstone, huge stomp from the Centaur. Undying ulti, Spectre ulti, everyone's ultiing, and stolen Centaur ulti from Rubik gets everyone out. So it ends up being a net nothing. Look at the net worth here. It's a super close game right here. So they're going to chase on Dingos. DK blinks in, steals Fire Wand with a huge stomp out of the Centaur. But the DK is going to get killed by the Necro. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, they both get whatever it's called. That item. Did you ever say Tanic on Lena? Yeah. All this damage the Lena's doing. Good ulti by the Oracle here to save the Centaur. Or the Underlord, I mean. Does he save though? He might actually die. Fine. Nice. Yeah, heals the full. Wow. Really good team fight. Rubik still got Fireball. Keeps stealing spells. Oh, he still starts though.
Double kill.
Game number 2, the Dingos went with the Underlord now, the Drow Ranger, a Snapfire, Bristleback, and a Tekko. I love some Tekko. DTD, they went with a Carry Naga, is this a 4-position gyrocopter? Yeah, it looks like a 4-position gyro. Mid-puck, a 5 Disruptor, and an Undying offlane. Okay, so I think you're missing initiation on DTD, but the Undying likes to get gone on. It's pretty well rounded. I think Dingos maybe is a little bit too greedy with the mid bristle, and you're lacking initiation unless it's like a Tekko stun or you shoot someone in with Snapfire ulti, which I don't think. Yeah, no ags. I guess I'll go DTD here. I think you're lacking a little bit on the initiation front, but overall I think it's pretty good. I don't know how he saw him actually. Maybe just daylight vision. Oh no, they got the ward there. It's a good ward. So Naga's running in. Songs. Are you gonna disrupt her ulti? Oh, you probably could have caught the bristle in it too. You got a little bit luckier with that position. Oh, the Naga goes down immediately. That's so unfortunate. Undying dies. Yeah, now you're just on the retreat. Oh, that beacon. I wonder if that was a 10-second. Nah, they should use it once before, but Tekko's in and out of the fight. Fuck's impossible to kill. I was super zoomed out that whole time. My bad. That sport is ridiculous. Alright, so this was also a really good 1-1 series. This game 1, again, similar to last series. It was, I mean, look how close this was. That one team fight literally won them the game. And then here, this game was separated by, a few kills. It was just a bloodbath. Kind of went back and forth all game. Looks like the Dingos ended up with a 30k net worth at the end. But, I mean, it was fairly close, too. So, another really good, well-rounded series, I think. 1-1, so both these teams show they're pretty good. I think both these teams 2-0 last week, so... Overall, I think everyone's drafts were pretty solid, both games. Yeah, not much to complain about with this series. Alright, third series, we got Decepticons versus 5 guys in 1 cup. Decepticons went with a Leshrac, a Faceless Void, a Bloodseeker, Ancient Apparition, and Rubik. Okay, so you're a little bit squishy, but if this Leshrac can get tanky, this is a pretty decent draft. 5 guys went with a Mars, a Razor, an Ember Spirit, a Hoodwink, and a Disruptor. This is pretty well rounded overall. I think maybe, I don't know, because you can kind of run in with all your cores, so it's fine to have 2 backline supports. I think my only issue with the Decepticons draft here is maybe this offlane Bloodseeker's a little bit squishy. But I mean, it looks like he had a good game, so not too much to complain about. But I think maybe I lean towards 5 guys, 1 cup, just because I think it's a little bit more well-rounded. You got Initiation on Mars. You can dive in with the Ember Spirit for Chase. Disruptor and Ember Spirit I think are pretty good together, so I think I lean this way, but I think both drafts are pretty solid. That was a really good AALT. He's actually a sick pick this game. Oh, he's gonna die to the... Yeah! Oh no. Oh my god. Wow, what a team fight.
Double kill.
Game 2, Decepticons went with a Quap, a Beastmaster, Jakiro, Lifesteal, and Grimstroke. So pretty good. I think one of these supports maybe could have been Initiator as well to help out your team initiating. I don't know why I'm harping on initiation so much this year. I just feel like it's hard to get good fights when you only have one way to start them. So that's probably it. I mean, I guess if you get a Blink Dagger on the Beastmaster, you can Blink Roar or Blink in with Quap. Both are like pretty soft though. 5 guys went with a Legion Commander, Luna, Batrider, Disruptor, Io. So I guess the Io Luna is the combo. You don't have a great way to kill people during duel, but it looks like that wasn't an issue with 272 damage. I might lean a little bit towards the Decepticons. I just kind of feel like this is all over the place. I mean, it is still run at you, so they, you know, the Disruptor loves when you're running at you, so I guess you drafted well around that. It looks like you first picked a Disruptor too, so with that in mind, I think it's fine. I don't really love the 4-position IO. I think maybe like a Skywrath Mage or some way to help out your Legion Commander get win duels, even though it wasn't an issue, could have helped. So maybe I'll go Decepticons this game. I think maybe just instead of this Grimstroke, you know, some sort of way to help you initiate, or some huge AoE team control to help with these team fights. Or a save for the Legion Commander. I think a save would have been good. Maybe instead of a Jakiro, like an Oracle or a Dazzle or something. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a really good ulti. Ooh. That's an actually decent fight. Oh, I spoke too soon. Dude, this freaking Batrider just killed him. Wow. I think that series was closer than the 2-0 says. I honestly, especially with the kill scores, I was expecting the series to be a little bit different. But you see, like, that team fight I showed, Decepticons wiped them. And they were 20k net worth behind. And they wiped them to come back, and they ended up losing. Game 2, it was just like a slow burn. I think the 5 guys did a really good job of starving out Radiant here a little bit, the Decepticons, and it's weird because they have a pick-off lineup, right, with a little bit of team fight, but they just like didn't find pick-offs necessarily. Looked like, I mean, unless I guess they're killing the supports every now and then, but it really just looked like they just starved them out for a while. So definitely not what I expected when I looked at the kill scores, but it felt like a closer series than the 2-0 states. All right, our 4th series, we got Hobbit Hole versus Team Ascent. Game 1, Hobbit Hole went with the Viper, Treant Protector, Phoenix, Shadow Shaman, Jug. Okay, this is wild. So an offlane Phoenix, it looks like. Yeah, he went Radiance. I like this combo, the Tree and the Phoenix. I wasn't expecting one of them to be a core though. The Shaman and Jug are a pretty good lane duo, and Viper's just always solid. Ascent with the Lich, Marana, Centaur, Leshrac, Ursa. So this is, I feel like, really well rounded. Yeah, I really like this draft overall. I think maybe you could have gone something different here with either the Shaman or a different offlaner. I think you're just maybe lacking some initiation and some tank for sure. But I'm gonna go with Team Ascent here. I think this is a really, really good draft. He could follow up. Oh no. Oh, just barely missed out on the last track with that. Tim's like, no, attack me. And then Albaliska's like, no, attack me. Oh. You might be able to turn it with wards, maybe? Yeah. Game 2, Hobbit Holt went with a Mid-Razor, offlane Death Prophet, Ogre, Jakiro, and a Phantom Lancer. Okay, so definitely lacking any sort of initiation other than let's run at them. All things considered, I think you're only lacking initiation here. I think you got good magic damage, good physical damage. You got good supports to throw spells out on the back line, so I think it's solid. You just need some initiation. Ascent went with, they got the Train Protector, Slardar, Bloodseeker, Marana, and Void Spirit. Okay, again, it's pretty solid. It's an early game draft. I don't love Train Protector as a hero in general. I just think he's boring to play. So when I see him as a support, I'm always like, bleh. But I think it's pretty well rounded. I think your only initiation is either hitting an arrow, diving deep with Void Spirit, or blink on Slardar. All like decent-ish initiations, but none of them like huge team fight abilities to get everyone. It's all like, unless you get like a Ravage with the Slardar, or you get a blink on the tree or something. So there's a couple different ways you can initiate. I don't think you got great carry here, but I think both these drafts are fairly solid. I guess maybe I'll go with Hobbit Hole on this one, but I think both drafts are pretty good. You could go either way.
Dyer's middle tower.
Oh. Uh-oh. Good arrow there. What the heck's going on back here? I missed that. Damn. Dude, what a long team fight. Now he probably... He must have just had it. Definitely try to take a tower off that, man. Dude, I hate this Death Prophet skin. You can't even see the freaking birds. So again, I don't know if it's just because when I see a 2-0, I expect something else. But especially with these kill scores. Like, I thought it was kind of going to be a little stompy, but it honestly, it looked really close. And I think that one team fight game 1 I showed really spurred it for Team Ascent, and then Team Ascent did a good job of holding their lead for 20 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it took to win. And then game 2, I mean, even up until I showed that team fight, that was 25 minutes, 30 minutes, until like 35 minutes, this game could have gone either way. So both games were close, you know. Unfortunately for Hobbit Hole, Team Ascent ended up coming on top for both games, but I think that shows like just, you know, good job by Team Ascent to wait for their moments and then capitalize and then stay ahead with their lead. Yeah, both games were pretty good. Again, these kill scores I think don't tell the whole story, and the series doesn't tell the whole story with it too. I think both games were pretty close. So our 5th series, we got Prestige Worldwide versus Nameless here. Prestige Worldwide, they went with the Silencer, Ember Spirit, Primal Beast, Clinks, and Ogre. So support, 4-position Silencer. Decent. I think it's pretty decent overall. Nameless, Marana, Pudge, Razor, Lone Druid, and Lich. So carry Pudge. You're lacking a little bit on your initiation here. Maybe instead of a Marana, you go like a... I don't know, actually. It looks like the Marana did work this game, too. I think both drafts are pretty solid. I don't even mind this one, dude. I think Prestige Worldwide's draft's good. I think both drafts are good. I'm going to go Prestige Worldwide, game 1. But I think both drafts are solid. Oh no, he hits the arrow on the fence. Marana's diving deep, does he? Oh, he's gonna live. But that is mega creeps. Oh no, now they catch out the Ember. Oh. Yeah, you gotta try to do something. Oh, the arrow again, dude. Damn. Game 2, Prestige Worldwide went with the Marana, Slark, Underlord, Shadow Fiend, and Snapfire. Again, pretty solid. Don't have too many issues with it. You're lacking a little bit on initiation. Your initiation is basically like the Slark hits someone backline, and that's how you start the fight. Whoa. 10-0 and 6. A nameless one. Okay. They went with a Jug, Silencer, Death Prophet, Razor, Treant. So, solid again. Both drafts could go either way. I'll probably switch it up and go nameless this draft, just because last draft I went with Procedural Wide, and I think both games either team could win based off draft alone. I think the combo of like Treant Protector ulti and Death Prophet ulti is really, really good. You just keep them in place while the Death Prophet kills them, and the Silencer ulti. I just think you have such good team fight on nameless that it's hard to fight against, but this draft looks solid too. Both drafts, they really look good. Ooh, good Snapfire ulti. Ooh, nice Treant Protector ulti. There's the Silencer ulti. Yeah, supports are dead. Question is, does the Shadow Fiend get out? I mean, I think he's out. Yeah, dude, those Ags is crazy. Again, this is a 2-0 for Nameless, and I think both these games could have gone either way. This game, there was just neither of these games had like any team fights. Looking at these graphs, I'm like, what do I even show? There's just not a lot of team fights. It was like the teams were just doing a really good job of splitting up the map and taking advantage when they can, or delaying if you were behind. I mean, these games were close. I think both these teams are really good. Look how close this game was. It all came down to like a team fight, I guess. I don't know. I didn't watch that, so I ended like right here. Yeah, I don't know. No one even died in the last like 3 minutes of the game. Oh, did they base race? Oh, they tried the base race. So yeah, good series. Alright, so here's where it's gonna get a little tricky. I could only find one game for Boneheads United and Sabres Full Effect Voyager. I know the coordinator messed us all up, so I looked through Dota Buff. I couldn't find a second game for either of these. The one game I have, Boneheads United went with the Earth Spirit, Viper, Kunkka, Lich, Carry, Lena. I think that's pretty solid. They really like this mid Kunkka on Boneheads United. Holy Shrimp with an offlane Viper. Yeah, pretty solid. You got initiation on the Earth Spirit. Plenty of tank, and then a backline hitter. Golf Tuesday, they went with a Dawnbreaker, Void Spirit, PA, Tekko, and Shaman. That's pretty solid too. I think both these drafts fairly well-rounded. I don't know. I guess maybe Boneheads. I think this draft could go either way, but maybe I prefer Boneheads a tiny bit. Solid drafts out of both teams. Oh, really quick. Quick Bjork out of the collision. It's a dime. No damage. Dang. Gremlin with a triple kill. So, again, yeah, pretty hard to say too much about it. Looks like Boneheads just played really well. I think Boneheads do a really good job of grouping S5 and taking objectives, like when they hit power spikes. So, yeah, I mean, good game out of them. I don't know what happened game 2, so that's all we got to go off of. Alright, the 7th series, we got Sabres versus Full Effect Voyager. I know Sabres 2-0 this from the Discord, so we only got the one game because same thing with the last series, just the coordinator issues, but we'll jump in. Fev went with a Spectre, Timbersaw, Dawnbreaker, Rico, and Disrupto. Interesting. I like the Dawnbreaker with an Invis hero, so I like that pair. I think this is probably a weaker lane. You're going to have trouble. I don't know how mid Timbersaw is. Pretty solid draft, though. Sabres went with a Leshrac, Nyx Assassin, Spirit Breaker, Lifestealer, and the Graphics Crystal Maiden. Okay, so I think this is an offlane Spirit Breaker that seemed to just have a game. Holy smokes. And it just ended up giving the Nyx the offlane role. Oh no, it was a mid Spirit Breaker. Mid Spirit Breaker against Timbersaw. I mean, if you get the Spirit Breaker shard, you can break Timbersaw. So I actually think I prefer Spirit Breaker. Although I know he's a strength hero. Yeah, I guess I'll go, because you can charge anyone with the Nyx. I think both drafts are pretty much the same in my eyes. I'll go Sabres just because I think the Spirit Breaker versus Timbersaw matchup, I prefer Spirit Breaker. You can also break the Spectre. I hope he got Shard. Or is it Ags? Does Ags break or is it Shard? I don't know. Whatever the ability, I guess he had the Shadow Blade upgrade too, the Silver Edge, but yeah, I'll go Sabres. Are they gonna catch out the Lush here? That's kind of huge. That's a really good find for them if they can. I feel like the Lush just kills them all though. Oh! They did get him. Oh! He doesn't even have it anymore. Oh, so I was just wrong. Oh, where'd it go? Nice. Well, I was wrong about the Spirit Breaker shard. Turns out that's not what it is anymore. I'm living in 2022, I guess. But yeah, Sabres look good. I thought that last series too. I thought they looked good, even though they got 2-0'd. This one, unlike 2 series ago, this was like all team fights. So looks like they're just really aggro with the Spirit Breaker, and you don't love that whenever you're playing like a Spectre or Disruptor or these heroes that you want to run at them. You don't like being run at. So I think this draft is solid when you're running at them. I love Spectre with Disruptor because you get so much vision, but yeah, it looks like Sabres just played well. The last series we got, married Todd Lincoln, Forever Young versus Illegal. Illegal went with a Naga Siren, Legion Commander, Leshrac, Hoodwink, and Bane. So, solid, pretty solid. You may be lacking a little bit of a tank. You don't really want to be the tank on Legion Commander, I think. At least in my pubs, you want to be like a little bit of damage dealer. So, you get tanky illusions, which it looks like they did. MTL went with, what's this here called? Centaur, Clockwork, Silencer, Slark, Vengeful Spirit. So mid Clockwork, okay. Yep, there's the Elrath mid Clockwork. He won it against the Leshrac. I think it's solid. I mean, you gotta save with the Venge. You got 2 forms of initiation. It just feels like you're maybe lacking a damage dealer. I know the Slark's supposed to get there. I think I actually prefer this though. I mean, the Silencer, if you get smart, looks like he didn't, but you could do a lot of damage. I don't know, it just feels like a weird... There's like no initiation other than a Blink Legion Commander duel. I think it's a solid draft. I think both teams have pretty solid drafts. So I'll go MTL.
Radiant Jungle Venge is going to be there to break the smoke. Illegal, is she going to do a blind one? Oh, no, gets stunned. Silencer's there. Global Silence is available. They're going to use it. They're going to go on the Leshrac, but Leshrac already got his ultimate off. And Stark's just falling. Oh, that's the wrong target for him to go. And Legion finally gets the duel off as well. Great. Oh, the break is there and the damage is there. 3 people dead, only 1 dead on the side of Illegal. And they're going straight onto... Oh, Song is actually going to be coming as well. In the meantime, Bane is actually going to die in the hands of Clock. And they're going to... Oh, Swap is going to be used trying to get away as much as possible. Net is not skilled up. Net is finally out there. Are they going to be committing fully for it? Looks like they are. Legion just needs to hit. And kill is going to be there. Legion is trapped under the tower. Taking a lot of damage. And trying to man fight out of here. But that's not going to work. That's a Clockwork. And Clockwork is going to finish up a Legion Commander.
Game number 2. Illegal went with a Clinks, Death Prophet, Doom, Jakiro, I almost said Snowball, Tusk. Holy cow. Middle Doom, offlane Death Prophet. So that's interesting. MTL went with a mid Disruptor. Whoa. Offlane Undying, 5 position Dark Willow, Carry, Juggernaut, and 4 position Omni Knight. I love the mid Disruptor Elrath. I think you're maybe going about it wrong. This shard is terrible. I don't like the shard. I think Veil is the right call. Maybe instead of a Veil you get a Kaya into something, but I think Veil is really good. I love this, dude. Looks like you had a game too. Elrath, you the man, dude. I love this. I'm going to go with this draft. I think it's definitely better. But the mid Disruptor is a great pick. I pick that in my pub sometimes. It's that good. So I'll go Illegal here, but love the mid Disruptor.
Oh, Side Storm is going to be eaten by the Death Prophet. That's actually the best case scenario. Grace is not coming over so far. Looks like Snowball Save is going to buy the DB sometime. Bloodstone is going to be activated. Oh, there's the...
life in charge still.
Should be fine for now. Oh, the Clinks is just in the back line. Kills off almost everyone. One more thing. She gonna get. Yeah, there you go. That's the beautiful kill. And looks like GA is going to be finally coming in. BKB is going to be activated on the Clinks. Running away. DP is going to be dying. Doom does not have Doom available. It's available now, so they can possibly go for a fight now. Snowball is going to come instantly. Are they going to go for more here? Yes, they are. They're going to just destroy the carry and the offlaner. And the Omni Knight dies too. Buyback from Juggernaut, and buyback is available for the whole team.
Well, my mic was muted. I just recorded this. I got to record it again. 2-0 for Illegal. It felt like, Illegal played really good, pushed their advantage, and starved out Todd Lincoln when they had their advantage. But I think Todd Lincoln, I said in the last video, they always have these funky drafts and they always really make it work. I think they're a skilled team that played well together. So, they kept this game close. Eventually, Illegal got an advantage and held it well. But they stayed in it game 1 and game 2, even behind 20-something K net worth. They killed the Clinks twice. Illegal couldn't break high ground against them until they got a team fight win. So, it was a 2-0, but it was a decent series as well. All right. So going off the predictions last week, let's see. 5-6 I got wrong. Not great. But 3 I got right. Okay. Could have been better. Maybe DTD versus Dingos was game of the week. I didn't get to see game 2 of this, so I don't know. This could have been, dude. This was a good series. It was a 2-0. I have a tough time giving 2-0 series of the week. I'll give it to these guys. DTD versus Dingos, I'll say it was game of the week. This week, the predictions this week. Golf Tuesday versus Prestige Worldwide. I think Prestige Worldwide is really good. I know they got 2-0'd by Nameless, but Nameless is up there. I'll give the edge to Prestige Worldwide here. They're both 2-2, right? So it could go either way, but I'll probably give the edge to Prestige Worldwide. Nameless versus DTD. Wally Truck Dumpsterfire is the highest ranked team. I'll say 1-1. I think both these teams are pretty good. Dingos 1-1 them last week, so they are undefeated no more. Boneheads United versus Team Ascent. Team Ascent showed up last week, got a 2-0. Boneheads United 1-1 to Golf Tuesday. Who did Golf Tuesday play week 1? GT versus Full Effect Voyager. And then Boneheads United 1-1 them. I'll say it's a 1-1. I think it could go either way. Illegal versus Dingos. Illegal just showed up and 2-0 MTL, but the Dingos 1-1 DTD. What's Illegal's record? Oh, Illegal's the number 1 team right now. Dingos did just take down that 1 team. I'll give the edge to Illegal just because they're undefeated. But Dingos didn't like that last week either, so I would not be shocked if it was 1-1. MTL versus Gator. Let's see, both teams are 2-2. MTL's probably the team I'm most familiar with, their play style. I'll say it's a 1-1. I think MTL's pretty good. I don't think I've played against Aelrath yet this year, but I know he's good. Yeah, I'll say 1-1. I think we're honestly pretty 2 even teams based off my experience playing with MTL. So I'll say 1-1 there. Hobbit Hole versus Decepticons. I think this is a pre-rate game for both teams here. I'll tentatively say 1-1. I'm very curious to see how that game goes. Sabres versus Genesis. Genesis had a bye. I'll probably give the edge to Sabres. I can't really remember Genesis from week 1. I don't remember who they played. Illegal. Oh, so tough draw. Maybe I'll say 1-1 here, just because Genesis played so far the best team in the league week 1, and Sabres have been doing well. So I'll say 1-1. PZR versus 5 guys. I think PZR is really, really good, guys. Based off our series with them, I haven't played against 5 guys. I'll tentatively say 1-1. Maybe I give the edge to PZR there, but I think, for now I'll say it's an even matchup. Could go 1-1. I updated the rankings too, if you guys care about that. I kind of make it up as I go. Illegal in first, Nameless second, DTD third, Dingos fourth, Prestige Worldwide fifth, PZR 6, Todd Lincoln 7, Golf Tuesday 8, Bonehead 9, 5 Guys 10, Sabres 11, Gators 12, Ascent 13, Full Effect Voyager 14, Genesis 15, Decepticons 16, and Hobbit Hole in 17th. That's it. All I got this week.